Namaste. Hope you all are safe. Please take care of yourself because this is the time that we all have to take care of ourselves. My sincere prayers to you all for your good health. Welcome. Welcome to the fourth episode of Kuchipudi Lessons presented by Srishti Center for Performing Arts. Today I'm so happy to announce something, and it's about a beautiful gift that you may get after watching this video. Let it be a surprise. And today, before getting into the sessions, I would like to convey a few things regarding the previous sessions and the comments and the requests for the same. So let me put this in Malayalam. ഒരുപാട് പേര് റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു, ചേച്ചി വീഡിയോ മലയാളത്തിൽ ചെയ്താൽ ഞങ്ങളെപ്പോലെയുള്ളവർക്ക് വളരെ ഉപകാരപ്രദമായിരിക്കും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. ആത്മാർത്ഥതയോടുകൂടി പറയുകയാണ്, എനിക്ക് നല്ലപോലെ ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ട് ഇത് മലയാളത്തിൽ ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളത്. പക്ഷേ ഭാരതീയ ശാസ്ത്രീയ നൃത്തകലകൾ അഭ്യസിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉപകാരമാവണം എന്നുള്ളൊരു സതുദ്ദേശത്തോട് കൂടിയിട്ടാണ് യൂട്യൂബ് പോലെയുള്ള ഒരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിൽ ഇത്തരത്തിൽ ലെസൺസ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഭാഷ അവിടെ ഒരു തടസ്സമാവരുത് എന്നുള്ള ചിന്ത ഉള്ളത് കൊണ്ടാണ് ഇംഗ്ലീഷിൽ വീഡിയോസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് എന്നുള്ളൊരു ഭാഷ കാരണം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എന്തെങ്കിലും മനസ്സിലാവാത്തതായിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കമൻറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ സംശയങ്ങൾ ചോദിച്ചോളൂ. മലയാളത്തിൽ തന്നെ അവിടെ മറുപടി തരാം. അതാണ് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഒരു അവസ്ഥയിൽ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. കാരണം നമ്മൾ മലയാളികൾ മാത്രമല്ല, മറ്റു പല സ്റ്റേറ്റ്സിലുള്ളവരും അതുപോലെ മറ്റു പല രാജ്യങ്ങളിലും, അതായത് സ്വദേശത്തും വിദേശത്തുമുള്ളവരും ഇത് കാണുന്നുണ്ട്, അവർ അഭ്യസിക്കുന്നുമുണ്ട്. ആ ഒരു സതുദ്ദേശം മനസ്സിലാക്കണം നിങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും എന്ന് അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കും എന്ന് കരുതുന്നു. എന്തെങ്കിലും സംശയം ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും കമൻറ്റ് ബോക്സിൽ ചോദിക്കാവുന്നതാണ്. Hope I am clear about that. Moving on to the next thing, many of you have requested to do the jatis in Kuchipudi, the mudras in Kuchipudi, the steps in Kuchipudi. Yes, don't worry, I would be doing that, but as of now we have a procedure. When you learn something, we have a procedure to follow. So I would be doing in that order. I'm not picking it from here and there and doing videos. I'm going in a flow. So until then you may have to wait for that particular lessons. Okay, the very next thing that I have to tell is, from the bottom of my heart, I sincerely thank you all for watching the video and subscribing my channel, because many of the comments that I have got is like, I don't know anything about dance, but when I saw your video I felt so happy and I'm very much impressed about your dedication. I got those comments too. So being an artist, my sincere thanks to one and all who have watched the videos. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the session. I would be presenting this particular session as different parts because the content is so important and detailed as well. Today I'm sharing a very important lesson. This lesson is for all the Indian classical dancers, not exclusively for Kuchipudi dancers, but for all Indian classical dancers. Why? Because this is about Natyarambha Slokas. Natyarambha Slokas. The word Natya denotes drama, and Arambha means to begin with. Slokas are verses. So many of you know, like Indian classical dance styles that we see now had a tradition of drama, where dance played a very, very, very important role. So that was our tradition, hence Natya, and today we are going to do Natya Arambha Sloka, Natya Arambha Slokas. So why Natyarambha Slokas? What is the purpose of Natyarambha Slokas? These slokas are to be chanted before the practice sessions and performances. The aim of chanting these slokas are to pay obeisance and to generally understand certain rules that is being followed in Natya. So let's have a look on to the very first sloka. Pranamya shirasa devau pitamahamaहेश्वरौ नाट्यशास्त्रं प्रवक्ष्यामि ब्रह्मणा यदुदाहृतम्. This is the very first sloka in the Natyarambha sloka. Pranamya shirasa devau pitamahamaहेश्वरौ नाट्यशास्त्रं प्रवक्ष्यामि ब्रह्मणा यदुदाहृतम्. This is how we have to recite it. Now let's see the meaning of the sloka. Pranamya shirasa devau. Pranamya, I bow. Shirasa, with my head. Devau, gods. So who are those gods? I bow with my head to the gods. Who are those? Pitamaha Maheshwarau. Pitamaha. Who is Pitamaha? Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma is considered as Pitamaha. And Maheshwara, you know, it is Shiva. So I bow before these gods, that is Pitamaha and Maheshwara, that is Lord Brahma and Maheshwara. Natya Shastram Pravakshyami Brahmana Yadudahritam. Now let me expound or explain the Natya Shastra, which is propounded by or uttered by or introduced by Brahma. So this is the meaning of the sloka. After the whole sloka recitation, I'll show you how to do it. Okay. So why do we recite this sloka as the very first sloka in Natyarambha? Because this is from that one and only treatise Natya Shastra, which is written by Bharata Muni. And this is the very first sloka of Natya Shastra. So here these words are of Bharata Muni. It's so good, no? When you start your practice session or performance, it's always good to pay obeisance. So what Bharata has told, we are taking it and we are also telling the same. That is the main purpose of this particular sloka. Now let's see the next one. Devatanam shirastastu Guru namasya samstitaha Vakshastaschaiva mitranam Sheshe tvaniyamo bhavet. There is another version of this. I'll chant that now. Devatanam shirastastu Guru namasya samstitaha Vakshastaschaiva mitranam Strinam bhavet. There is one more version for this. Devatanam shirastastu Guru nam asya samstitaha Vakshastaschaiva mitranam Strinamaniyato bhavet. So you might have noticed the difference in the last line basically, right? Natya Shastra is a book which is written by Bharata Muni, and there happened a lot of translations into different languages worldwide. And the slokas which I recited now, Devatanam Shirastastu Guru Namasya Samstitaha, this is from the translation of 3 scholars. The first one was from Manmohan Ghosh, Dr. Manmohan Ghosh sir, in his Natya Shastra. The second one was from N.P. Unni's Natya Shastra, which is again an English translation. Dr. Manmohan Ghosh ji's is also in English. The third one which I chanted is from K.P. Narayana Pisharadi sir's text, which is a Malayalam translation. There are a lot of translations for Natya Shastra. Now let's see the meaning of this sloka. Devataanam shirastastu gurunamasi samstitah vakshastashchaiva mitranam sheshetva niyamo bhavet. This is from the text of Dr. Manmohan Ghosh, which is a English translation. Devatanam shirastastu. When you pay obeisance to the devas, you have to hold your hand above your head, right? So generally when we all pray, we all pray like this, but when you go to the temples, you might have seen a few people praying like this, above the head. Why above the head? Because we believe that gods are there, they are above us. So once you pay obeisance to God or greet them, it should be above the head. Okay. Next is Guru Namasya Samstitaha. Guru, the teachers or the preceptors. When you pray them, or when you remember them, or when you greet them, or when you think about them, you have to hold your hand here. Guru Nam Asya. Asya means face. Guru Nam Asya Samstitaha. Vakshasthashchaiva Mitranam. Mitranam, they are our friends. In some texts, in some other texts, it is written as Vakshasthashchaiva Vipranam. In another text, it has written as Vakshasthashchaiva Brahmanam. The words doesn't make much difference. Mitranam, who is Mitra? Your friends. So when you greet your friends, you hold it like this. That is a normal thing we Indians do. We'll tell namaskaram like this, namaste like this. So we hold it here in front of the chest. Vaksham means chest. Okay, so you hold it here and greet your friends or Vipranam. Who are Vipranam? Even if it is Vipranam, they are the scholars. So if you are meeting a scholar, you hold it here and tell namaste like this or greet like this. That's all. Next line is Sheshetva Niyamo Bhavet. For others, there is no such rule. You can do as you like. In the next version, that is N.P. Unnisar's translation in English, it is written as Strinam Niyamo Bhavet. Strinam, for ladies, for females, there is no such rule. So when you greet, it's according to you. There is no such rule. The same thing is told in Narayana Pishardi sir's Malayalam translation too. Strinam aniyato bhavet. There is a slight difference in the aksharas. One is aniyamo bhavet and another one is strinam aniyato bhavet. That's all. Okay, so this is the main purpose. And why? How do you know that you have to hold it like this? Because this sloka is from Natyashastra again. And where is it mentioned? This is mentioned in the chapter which is titled as Hasta Abhinaya. Hasta means hand, Abhinaya means expression, you know. So we dancers do mudras, right? The gestures to communicate things. This sloka is noted as the Viniyoga sloka of the Samyuta Hasta Anjali. Anjali is one of the Samyuta Hastas. The dancers would be knowing there are Samyuta, Asamyuta, Nritta Hastas and all. In that, when you take Samyuta, Samyuta means one which joins. So, when two Pataka Hastas join together, it makes Anjali Hasta. And where all you can use Anjali Hasta? You can use Anjali Hasta to greet the God, Guru, and friends or scholars. So this is what is mentioned. So these two are the first two slokas. Now I'll show you. This is the same thing. This is how you have to do, but with, you have to stand. You have to stand in Samapada and do the slokas. I'll show it to you now. Okay. Now let's see how to do the sloka. For that you have to stand in Samapadam and in Saushtavam. You know what is Saushtavam? Your head, ears, shoulders, waist, all this should be aligned. And make sure you are in Saushtavam. After making sure, you just fold your arms in front of your chest in Anjali Mudra. This is Anjali. This is called as Anjali Mudra. Hold it and prepare your yourself to dance, to chant. Make your mind ready to dance, to chant. So once you feel like you are ready and once you feel like you are in Saushtavam, you can start chanting the sloka. Pranamya Shirasa Devam Pitamahamaheeshwaram Natya Shastram Pravakshyami Brahmanaya Dudahrutam Devatanam Shirastastu Gurunam Asya Sanstitaha Vakshastaschaiva Mitranam Sheshe Tvaniyamo Bhavet. You can chant any line for the last line. You can chant Sheshe Tvaniyamo Bhavet. You can chant Srinam-aniyamo Bhavet. You can chant Srinam-aniyato Bhavet. No problem in that. You can chant Vakshastaschaiva Mitranam. You can chant Vakshastaschaiva Vipranam. No problem in that. Okay. So here we hold the hand above the head and we will have a look. Yato hastas tato drishti. Where the hand goes, your drishti has to go. Devatanam shirastastu gurunam asya samstitaha. Asya means face. Why are we holding it here when we greet Guru? Because who are gurus? Our teachers. They are the people who share their knowledge. Right? So where is this knowledge situated? Here. You have a brain here. So from here the knowledge is being poured out. Right? So that's why we are holding it here. And this you do. Whenever you meet a friend, you tell namaste like this. So this is how you have to do it. One more thing I want to add is, whenever you chant the sloka, it's always good to keep a shruti next to you. It is always good to chant the slokas along with the shruti. For female, for ladies, the shruti is G or G sharp, and for males it is C. So you can download there are a lot of applications available on the Play Store and App Store as well. You can download it and check. So here I have downloaded iShruti because I have downloaded it from App Store. If you have an Android phone, you can download it from Play Store. It is Tanpura Droid. So always try to keep a Shruti next to you so that your Shruti Jnana will increase. And for a dancer, it is always good to know what is Shruti, which Shruti I have to follow. Because later on, when we come to the musical part of dance, this is a must. So kindly do that as well. Or else at least start listening to the Shruti. If you are not that much thorough with the musical part, just listen to the Shruti daily for 10 minutes. In your life, daily routine. Okay, so that's it. Hope you are clear. Hope you understood the lesson. Okay, now the gift part. Why this gift to you all? Because I'm so happy that recently my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel has got more than 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for that, and I wish I could share this happiness with you, and I have kept a small gift for one person. I'm sorry that I really wish I could give gifts to you all, but I'm so sorry. As of now, I can give a gift to only one person who has a little bit of knowledge and also lucky as well. So what you have to do to get this gift, you have to just answer this question and send it to me as a mail. Okay, I would be asking that question now, and you can send the answers to srishti.performingarts@gmail.com. This is it. You can just copy it down and send the mail to this particular email ID, srishti.performingarts@gmail.com. And here you have this question. You know, there are many classical dance forms in India. Okay, so from Kerala, there are 2 classical art forms. You can just quote those 2 names. which all are the two classical dance forms from Kerala. You can send your answers to srishti.performingarts@gmail.com, and there will be a small gift waiting for you. Don't forget to add your address and phone number in that mail. Okay, thank you so much. Please be safe. Hope you enjoyed today's lesson. As I said earlier, I will be doing it in different parts. There are a lot more other slokas as well. We will learn it from the next sessions. Okay? Keep learning, keep dancing, and have a beautiful life. Thank you so much. Namaste.